Today we have with us Dr. Hemant Pande, Global Chief Operating Officer and President of eZest Solutions Limited. Known for his impeccable expertise in technology and business leadership, he's here to talk about IT and what it is that we can look forward to really in this realm. Welcome, Dr. Pande. Now that you've been with eZest for quite some time, naturally I would like to ask you, how has your stint been so far with eZest?
First of all, thanks, Madhuri.
You're most welcome.
It's a good opportunity.
It's a pleasure for us.
Through this forum,
Yes.
talking to you, talking to then people at eZest.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
thank you very much for this opportunity. And it's been almost 4 weeks
Yes.
that I've been at eZest. And if you look at it one way, 4 weeks is a very short time.
Yes, absolutely.
But the way things go nowadays, the pace of everything, 4 weeks is a long time also.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, it's been nothing short of wonderful.
Oh, great. Absolutely.
So the way people make you feel that there is acceptance,
Yes.
very big, quick acceptance, then it felt like a very warm welcome from day one itself.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'd met people, the leadership team earlier and things like that, so kind of expected that there will be acceptance, because when somebody comes in new, kind of senior position and things like that, people have, how is this person going to be?
Some apprehensions probably.
Some
Yes,
apprehensions and things like that. And these last 4 weeks have been really, really fun.
Fun, great. That's
Okay,
good.
so the name itself,
Yes,
there has been
absolutely.
zest in everything,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
so on. So first 4 weeks is assessment. You can't understand the entire 14 years
Yes, absolutely.
in 4 weeks. But at the same time, there is a lot to learn, and I've been talking to people, and again, starting to kind of express my ideas and things like that. Okay, so it's been great.
Oh,
so far.
yes, wonderful. It's a peculiarity of eZest that all that you just mentioned, all the adjectives. So it's great that you are having a great. Your journey has started on a great note. What actually, I'd like to ask you, what actually made you choose eZest, especially at this juncture of your career in a new role? Can you just throw light on that?
At the juncture, meaning that it's been
it's been
lots
yes,
of
absolutely.
multiple year decades and
Yes,
things like
yes,
that.
absolutely.
Yeah, I've been in the industry for now 30 years, right?
That's
Graduated in 1985, so almost 30 years.
30 years.
I did my master's, PhD, and things like that. Joined, as you know, I was at Persistent
Yes,
earlier.
yes, yes.
So more than 14 years at Persistent. And again, when I joined, it was about 5 million. Now it's 8,000 people, close to 300 million and things like that.
Great.
So it's become a big company.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What I wanted to do is, now having been part of that growth and having reached that size,
Yeah.
I wanted to, in some sense, relive that experience.
Okay. Oh, really?
So
Okay. So this is the
again,
best way to-
be part of from the front.
Yes.
So be part of
The
a
growth.
company which is very ambitious in its growth, has some audacious plans and targets and things like that. So want to relive that excitement, and Persistent now, my previous organization, it's grown. There are people that I've worked with. They've become leaders. So leave things to them to take things forward, and in a smaller organization, again make a
Yes, to be
hopefully
part of that
a
growth.
big significant
Yes, yes.
contribution for growth.
Yes, I'm sure it's
That,
exciting.
I guess, is the excitement I'm looking for.
Okay, absolutely wonderful. I'm sure the being a part of this growth is, must be very, very exciting for you.
Yeah.
And that's the reason you've, of course, chosen this company at this juncture of your career.
Yeah.
Great. Now, could you just give us a heads up on the kind of goals that you may have set up for yourself as well as for the organization? So.
So, as we all know, I mean, one goal for eZest is scaling.
Yes, absolutely.
Scaling big, growing our footprint in this area of software product development, whether it is for ISVs or whether it is for enterprises. We want to grow.
Yes.
Okay, grow in a ethical, in a technology-oriented way.
Yes.
And when I talk to leadership and when I came in and talk to other people also, there is, I mean, it's shared, that that desire to grow is shared, and those are my goals now.
Yes.
So companies' goals are my goals, and personally, yes, help grow the revenue, but at the same time increase our efficiency. There are ways that we can always do things better.
Yes.
So use my previous experience to increase our efficiency, and help get into newer areas, use new business models.
Yes. Right.
Okay. So those are some personal goals for me, but they all align to what we want to be. You take some milestones.
Yes.
In 3 years, we want to be such and such. No point really quantifying those things, but have a growth of towards our target of reaching 100 million in, I don't know, 6 years or something.
Okay, great. That's that's the most amazing thing about newness that is there to any project that you take up or any enterprise that you take up. Great. As far as the IT industry is concerned, or the technology industry is concerned, now that your main forte or your main the innate strength has always been strategy. So I'd like to know, that what do you think that business leaders across the technology realm should really focus now on? I'd like your take on that. Now that you've been in this industry for so long.
I feel flattered, but
I'm sure it'll be very invaluable.
I don't think I can give advice to business leaders
just your
on
take,
strategy
maybe,
and things like that. Yeah, so let's, in very simple terms, when you talk about strategy, well, obviously it needs to be well thought out. It needs to be shared by everybody. It shouldn't be knee-jerk, so it should be at least medium to long term. So in our environment, let's say at least a 3-year strategy. So what we do, the investments we do, the capacity that we build, the technologies that we go in, should be consistent with that. But rather than getting into too many details, what I would say is that not just for us, but for everybody. Okay. Strategy it's a combination of formulation of a good strategy and execution of that strategy. One without the other. If you have pretty poor strategy and poor execution, it's very unpredictable. Okay, you can accidentally do good things, but who knows? Okay, you have poor strategy and good execution, then this is a recipe for a very quick death. Okay, you have bad strategy, but you are executing it wonderfully.
But the bad strategy
but you have good sound strategy, but you don't execute it well. It's like a slow, painful kind of death. Okay, so what I would say, it's not a very simple thing to do, easier said than done, but good strategy and good execution is in some sense the nirvana or the thing that you're working for, and that's what we want to do.
Dr. Pande, you've been in this industry, like you said, for almost 30 years. That's a long tenure in this industry. So I'd like to know what, according to you, are the trends and what in this industry, and what is that the future holds for the IT industry in general?
I can talk, let's say, starting the early 80s.
Yeah.
Because that's when I joined the
Yes.
industry really.
Okay.
When you go for your bachelor's in computer science.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just starting out.
So that was in 81. So I remember we used to do programming through punch cards.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay. The room, the computer room,
Yeah.
was as big as a floor of a whole apartment. And the power of that machine, probably, I might be exaggerating, but who knows, but probably that machine was less powerful than the cell phones that we have now, smartphones that we have, right? Okay, but from that time until now, things have changed drastically, and what is interesting is that the pace, the rate of that change itself is increasing.
Yes.
Okay, so earlier focus was on the hardware, the machine, like an IBM mainframe and things like that. Then the focus shifted to the software, as in the system software, the operating system became more important. Okay. Then came the middleware. So the choice of database and middleware became more important. Okay. Recently, as you would see, then came the ERP and things like that. Those started dictating things. Now what we see is SMAC, which is social, mobile, analytics and cloud.
Yes.
Okay. Not only those individual things, but what I like to call as SMAC confluence.
Oh, yes.
So how those things work
Merging.
together.
Yes.
Okay. And when they even step forward, you must have heard IoT, Internet of Things.
Yes.
So where devices directly communicate with each other.
Yes.
So refrigerator is downloading recipes depending on what's there in the fridge, is suggesting what to do and that kind of things. But it's a huge wave.
Yes.
It's the next thing. In healthcare, wearable devices is another one.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things which are interesting, which will last, and riding again on top of that SMAC confluence. Okay, and it's something that we should also be ready with.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, great. It's been said that the low-cost outsourcing alternatives will be a threat to the Indian IT industry. What do you have to say on that?
Oh, I don't buy that at all. We're not doing this for low cost.
Okay.
Okay. What distinguishes us in IT in an Indian context is that it's not only lower cost than what you would do in the countries such as US and in European countries and all that, but our ability to take ownership, our ability to know the market, and the trust that somebody can put in us, and not the ones that you typically call low cost and things like that. They do not necessarily enjoy that trust and the IP protection and that kind of thing. Okay, so that's where we will score very well, and our understanding of market, whether it is for product development or for technology solutions for enterprises and so on. So we are very good at it, and you must have heard that made in India and things like that. In services, in the field that we are in, we can also do not only in manufacturing but in software manufacturing. Okay, make in India and sell across the world. So it's not just a cost game. Yeah.
All right, Dr. Hemant Pande, it was great knowledge sharing session for us. Thank you so much for sharing your invaluable expertise and experiences and your journey through eZest. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.